After making a run, Merlin provides a rich variety of tools for evaluating the results of the run. For instance, if you wanted to look at the results of the entire modeled area, you could use the field summary, or you could look at individual wells in the modeled area, assuming you had more than one well in the model. You could look at contour maps or cross-section maps. You could look at the summary table, which provides the results of the run in the same format that might be used in an economic evaluation package. In fact, you can usually cut this table out of Merlin and paste it directly into your economic evaluation package. You could look at bubble plots of the wells. You could look at fences and fields, which provides a 3D image of the reservoir and the results. For a single well model like we're using here, many of these output evaluation techniques just do not pertain. For instance, the field summary and the well data would give exactly the same results because we only have one well in our modeled area. Let's use the field summary and look at the results of this run. Here we see the production rate for the three phases, oil, gas, and water, and the cumulative production for each phase. Merlin remembers the type of data you like to look at, so we don't really talk about default plots. For instance, were I to change the parameters that I was plotting, maybe I added the GOR and WR in the pressure plots, the plots would get smaller, but it would show me all of the data that I asked for. Now, if I were to quit Merlin and enter it again tomorrow, Merlin would remember that this was the set of plots that I like to look at, and they would become the defaults. There's a variety of ways we can use to look at what the actual data is on plots of this type. For instance, we might point to any point we wanted to know the value of and click, and with button 2 and Merlin would sample the data and tell us what the value was at that point. You could also turn on track lines. With the track lines on, anytime you enter a plotted area, Merlin will give you a set of lines from the point you're pointing to over to the scale so you can see the value of the point you're pointing to. You could also ask Merlin to view the plotted data, in which case Merlin would redraw the plots on the screen and build a spreadsheet showing the data that was used. You could even copy this data and paste it into your own spreadsheet program for special analysis. Let's look at the results of this run in terms of the single well model that we built. Remember, we commented that we were able to maintain the production rate, the target production rate of 3,000 barrels a day for only a short period of time, as we see here, before we went on pressure constraint and the production fell off. Notice also that gas seems to be breaking through in our model very early, as water is breaking through very early. This may mean that we're having coning of the water from the aquifer and the gas from the gas cap into our well.